Hi there, Gordon Hillicky with Customer Tracks here to talk to you today about the most recent handle update that's rolling out and what it has to do with this little sketch video that you just watched. Now, more specifically, I'd like to talk about the access, collection, and extraction of information. These are three of the biggest barriers that we see to just about any system, but specifically CRM systems. And your need to be able to do these different things varies a lot based on your role. So we'll hear a lot of different needs coming from field staff versus management. For example, field staff is usually looking for specific customer-related information or tickets or deals they're working on so that they can update that type of information and access it quickly, whereas managers are usually looking to roll information up to make more strategic type kinds of decisions and direct staff. Now, some of the biggest issues with doing this efficiently are the fact that we have multiple logins to different systems, searching isn't always as easy as it should be finding the information, and again, it's just broken up into different systems. So what we are rolling out to organizations right now is what we call our agent. And our agent is basically a mini version of the full-blown CRM application. The objective behind it is to give you a small little application that doesn't require login and allows you to access all of the customer data that you would want to, everything from the profile information to any of the most recent events or active things that are going on, deals you're working on with them, most recent calls and contacts, and be able to get into that without logging into a system and be able to update that information. Now, in addition to that, from an access standpoint, we're making it a little bit easier in that we're integrating it into your voice over IP systems so that when a customer calls in, it will look up that customer and pop it up onto the screen. Now that's great for people who are obviously sitting behind a computer, but we also have situations where people are out, like we said before, out in the field and they have mobile devices. So we've got a great update coming for our tablet versions of the application that allow you on Android and iOS to use a landscape view, which uses better use of the real estate on the tablet device so you get a more computer-like experience. For example, you can access a customer record while seeing also their feed of all the activity of what's going on and quickly click on information and update it from there. Now the next thing I want to talk about is making actual use of this information or extracting it. So you've collected it, you've potentially used our collaboration or our notification features to share it with the appropriate people, but now you need to pull it out of the system to do something with it. The problem is a lot of this involves reporting typically. So we get a lot of requests for custom reports and people to want to build their own or have access to it, which we certainly allow, but the problem with it is it takes a certain level of time and knowledge to build and construct reports. So what we've done is taken a tool that many of you know in our inventory or asset management tool that allows you to search with all kinds of custom capabilities. We have enhanced that to roll it out throughout the entire application. So any place that you can get access to data, whether it's opportunities, customer records, again, inventory, equipment records, anything you can think of, you now have the ability to search that any way that you want. You can construct very complex searches and reports without having to know anything about actually building or constructing a report. So our ability to do those advanced searches, save that, push that into a report, and now even a new feature to be able to map that stuff is all accessible throughout the entire application. Now this is going to lead to all kinds of additional future functionality to be able to push it to target marketing and calendaring and different things like that. But just imagine the ability to say, I want to see every week a call report, or as an individual user, I want to see who I'm supposed to call next week, or I want to forecast data, or I want to see who's overdue. Whatever it may happen to be, you can pull that out, save that search and the criteria behind it so that you don't have to run it again at any time, and then also have the ability to push it to a map whenever you want. So the next piece I want to talk about here actually embodies everything that we've talked about from the accessibility, collection, and extraction of information. We call it custom entities. And essentially it's the ability to create any type of a form that you would want in our application and track it through with all of the other functionality that we've been talking about. So for example, let's say that you want to create an inspection form or something that you need to track on any type of equipment and or customer. We can build that form out with minimal amounts of development. While we build that out and put it into the application, we have the automatic ability to then turn on things like the advanced and saved search features as well as mapping capabilities and all the reporting abilities right out of the application. None of that stuff needs to be built. It's all been created generically so that it's all part of the application and you guys can be off and running with whatever templates or processes you want to be putting into place. The two biggest things that we're rolling out right now revolve around inspection forms as well as some forms around equipment that go above and beyond inspections. and then in addition to that, a commission application that's completely based on a organization's form in which they track and pay commissions. Now, the most exciting thing about all these enhancements that I've talked about is this is really creating a platform for our next rollout that we're already in the process of working on, that involves the ability to start to create custom-made dashboards right out of our advanced searches, as well as offline access on mobile devices so that you can get to the data in the field no matter whether you have a connection or not. And then in addition to that, push capabilities. So our voice over IP agent gave us this ability to push from phones into our devices as well. We're going to be replicating that out into all the devices, so that now you'll have the ability to completely collaborate on customers no matter where you're at or what device you're on, and share the information that's necessary. So thank you for taking the time to listen. Look forward to any feedback that you have on the update. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give us a call or send us an email. Thank you.